All right, good morning everybody. My name is Kata and welcome to Kata B Fitness and welcome to today's Saturday surprise workout. Today we're just going to focus on strict strength training. So we're going to do one exercise for 2 sets, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. And then after we do those 2 sets, we are going to do 30 seconds of a plank variation. So if you look over at the list, you can see we have a plank to a bear, we have some Renegade rows, which you can do with or without weights, planks with leg lifts, side planks, a lot of different variations of planks this morning for 30 seconds. You are welcome to do incline planks. You do not have to do the planks down on the floor. You can also substitute a different exercise. So you can do weighted marches, you can do, hold a weight. You can do farmer's carry, so a heavy weight on one side and walk around. That's a variation of a side plank. You can do standing crunches. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but we're just doing 30 seconds of a variation on a plank. And the last time I did a workout like this, I personally really enjoyed it, and I think we actually did a minute of planks instead of 30 seconds, so we're just going to do 30 seconds today. But we are doing strict strength exercises where it's just shoulder presses, just a variation of a bicep curl, just triceps. So that'll give you an opportunity to focus on a weight that is going to work for that particular muscle. So sometimes we do a squat to an overhead press, which is amazing, but it's not very good for our legs because our legs can usually lift a lot heavier than our upper body can. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and get warmed up and get started, and I hope you enjoy the workout. So let's grab our space, grab some water. We're going to need a mat for the planks if you want to do those. We're just going to go ahead and start with a nice good toe lift. So let's just lift and lift. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, right foot only, toe to heel, toe and heel. So it's just a good rock. And I always like to start by waking up the feet. 4, 3, 2. Let's switch it over to the other side. So if you think about it, your feet are your foundation. So you want to make sure you have a nice good stance whenever you're doing your lifts. 3, 2. All right, stand nice and tall. We're going to just start with a nice good swing forward and back. Belly is braced. Work on some single leg stance, and then we're going to work on waking up those hips. 3, just get everything moving. 2. All right, switch it over to the other side. So start with small swings. And as you start to feel a little bit looser, you can start to bring it up a little bit higher. 3, 2. Switching sides out and in. So out and in. Again, nice and tall. If you'd like, add in a little bit of a cross. Now I know some of you may have had a hip replacement. We want to stick with right coming to the middle, switching sides. So if you've had a recent hip replacement, especially your right here, if you can, we're going to cross it over a little bit. 4, 3, this is a hard one. 2. All right, in the center, slow deadlift, shoulders down, press your hands into your thighs, come back up. So press and lift. I really want you to think shoulder blades down and back, brace your core. Just really think you want to give yourself a nice good thigh massage. Get that blood flowing in those thighs. We're waking up the glutes and the hamstrings right here. Nice and tall, shoulders down. One more time. Good, we're going to take it down, hold it here. We're going to open and close. So waking up the torso. So think about opening that shoulder back behind you. Open and close. Good, 2. 1, bring it up into the center. We're going to pull it down. So pull and reach, pull and reach. Shoulder blade down and back in your back pocket. Reach it. Waking up the shoulders, waking up our lats. Good, bring it down in front. We're going to pull Add in a heel lift right here. Squeeze the shoulders back. It's like we're squeezing an orange between our shoulder blades. 3, 2. All right, squat down in the center, nice and slow. Stand up nice and tall. So pushing through the heels. This is where we have that good foundation. And you just have a nice, good, stable platform for us to do our squats. So drop it down, bring it back up. How deep you go is up to you. We want to try to sit our hips back to our heels. We're sitting on a little bitty stool. Good. Now we're going to take it forward and drop, step it back, switching sides, forward and drop, push off, step it back. So going into our lunge. Again, how far you go is up to you. We are going to do a squat with a lunge variation as our first exercise. So you can do a forward lunge, you can do a reverse lunge, personal preference. We want to just think about waking up those knees, working on good technique. So quality over quantity. I'd rather have you get 8 really good ones than 12 or 15 where your last few are kind of sketchy. Good, last one. Bring it in the center. We're just going to sidestep, hold it here. Side to side reach. A little bit of an inner thigh stretch, still waking up those hips. At 8, 7, 6, 5, that's 4, 3, 2. All right, bring it up in the center. We're gonna take it down. We're gonna walk ourselves out to a plank. So you can squat or you can fold. We're gonna take it down. We're gonna walk it out, and I want you to hold a plank for a moment, and then we're gonna walk ourselves back up. If you don't wanna go all the way down to the floor, if you've got a chair nearby, you're gonna stand close to that chair. You're going to put your hands on the seat of the chair, and then keeping your chest over the seat, you're gonna step yourself back into a plank, hold that plank for a moment, and then bring yourself back up. Now I'm gonna do a couple more of these. I'm gonna add in a push-up. So I'm gonna take it all the way down. I'm gonna drop to my knees, push up, bring it up, and then walk it all the way back. So you can choose to add the push-up. We are doing chest presses today, so it's a good way to warm up. And to add in a little bit of chest, this is waking up our wrists and shoulders as well. All right, let's take it all the way down. And again, you can stay up. We're gonna hold a plank. Right foot to right hand. You can drop your left knee towards the floor. We're gonna drop, and we're gonna open. So this is our world's greatest stretch. You can absolutely do this with your hand on the seat of a chair, and you're just gonna have your foot by the side of the chair. Good, let's do one more. Bring that hand down, lift it up, step it back into a plank on the other side. Again, runner's lunge. Drop that back knee down towards the ground. I want you to work on waking up your torso and your legs and mobilizing more than I want you to work on the plank right now. So having that back knee down will give you a little extra support. If you're standing, you may have to keep the knee up. Good, here's 2. And 1. Bring it in, hand back on the floor, lift up, step it back into that plank. Let's walk it all the way back. Bring it up nice and tall. We're gonna roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pocket. Let's go ahead and grab a drink of water, and we're gonna get started. So again, our first set, we're gonna do 1 squat, 1 lunge. And I want you to do the lunge all on the same leg, but yes, you can alternate. 15 seconds rest, then 45 seconds squat lunge on the other side, 15 seconds rest, and then we're going to do 30 seconds of a plank to a bear. And you can do a plank with a knee drive, or you can do a standing march. So a standing weighted march. So today, just starting out, I'm just gonna grab a couple of 10s. You can absolutely do this body weight only if that's what you prefer, but squat to a lunge in 3, 2, and 1. So we have 45 seconds, nice and tall. Squat, and then I'm gonna step it back and lunge it. So down, same leg, and drop. So good squat. I like holding my weights at my shoulders. Can you do this by your hips? Yes, you can. 100%. Reps, 8 to 15. If you're going heavier, you don't have to keep going the entire time. You can rest a little. You got less than 15 seconds to go. These are the only lunges you have to do today. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Short rest, 15 seconds rest. We're gonna go back, squat to lunge. This time we're going over to the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So squat, and then lunge. Down, and drop. So chest is nice and tall. And I'm already feeling it on this side. So don't be afraid to rest for a moment if you need to. So drop, and then drop. So a good squat. Drop into that lunge. Less than 10 seconds to go right here. Finish up. Then we're gonna head down, plank to bear. 3, 2, and 1. All right, plank to bear. And again, this round you can just do a plank with a mountain climber. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So plank, bear, right here. Step back to a plank, into a bear. Nothing is changing position-wise for me, except where my legs are. So I'm not doing a buns up and a step it back. Hips are low, good dinner plate on your back, and I'm switching which leg is leading. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it down. Grab a quick drink if you need it. We're coming back up. We've got rows. So grab weights. Gonna go for upper body right here. Now if you want to do right side, left side, you can. I'm going to do both arms and I'm gonna alternate. We'll see how it goes. All right, 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just gonna do right and left. And again, if you want to do 45 seconds all on the right side, and then the next round do 45 seconds on the left, that's an option. Get a little single-sided work. If you've got lighter weights, feel free to do both arms at the same time. I'm going a little heavier, and I know that 2 rounds with only 15 seconds rest is going to be a bit much for me to try to do both arms at the same time with 15s. But I want to go heavier. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a little bit of a break. I'm going to try to do both arms as long as I can for this next round. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So brace that core especially. This is one where we tend to start to arch our backs because we're squeezing and we're doing that lift. Belly's in right here. So we shouldn't feel like we're holding our breath, but we should feel like we've got that belly kind of tightened up, pulled in a little, supporting our spine. If you start getting tired, you can start to switch, you can rest. You've got about 15 seconds left. We're gonna go down to a plank, and we're gonna do Renegade rows, which is a row in a plank position. You absolutely can do it body weight only. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 30 seconds Renegade rows. At an incline is the same thing. You're just gonna hold a nice good plank, row to your hip, row to your hip. 2, and 1. So if you want to do this with weights, great. If you don't, this is a plank variation. So nice, good. Pull and down, pull and down. Can you be on your knees? Yes. Our focus is a braced core, neutral spine position. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it down. Shake it out. Grab yourself a drink. We're going to come back up. We have RDLs, so that's our stiffer legged deadlift. 2 rounds, and then we're going to do 30 seconds plank with a leg lift. So for my RDLs, I can do 20s, but we'll see how it goes. So this is where we did in the warm-up, shoulders down, upper body is pulled nice and tight. In 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. This is where we practice shoulders down, keep them close to your body, hinge it, and then pull yourself up and tall. So deadlifts are a pull motion. They're a pull. We don't want to come up and push our hips forwards and arch our low back. We stand tall, squeeze the glutes, and as we go down, we keep those shoulder blades pulled back. So we're getting pulled towards the floor. Don't let your shoulders and your arms get pulled down and forwards. 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So weights down, short rest. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. So hinge the hips back and then come up. You don't have to get to the floor. I get to maybe mid-shin, but I'm keeping that nice tight posture, using my glutes and my hamstrings to lift versus trying to use my low back. And this may be something you don't notice when you're only lifting, 5s, but when you start getting into heavier weights like 15s and 20s and maybe even higher, you're going to notice if you start pulling with your back. 10 seconds to go. Gonna hold a good plank with a leg lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, heading to the floor, plank with a leg lift or incline planks with a leg lift. 2, and 1. So good plank, lift, down, lift, down. If you need to, yes, you can absolutely be on hands and knees. So just still a good lift. Now just be careful. Sometimes we start to bring it in and we take away that plank. We want to hold that plank. Good lift right here. Good, about 5 more seconds. Good job, knees down. Bring it in. Grab a quick drink if you need it. Moving on, shoulder presses. And again, you can do right side, left side, or you can alternate. I'm probably gonna alternate. And then 30 seconds, we're gonna do side plank, rotate center, side plank. If you don't wanna do those, you can absolutely do farmer's carry, one hand in each weight, walk around, or you can do side bends on the floor on your back or standing. Shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. So bring it up nice and tall, brace your core. Press and down, press and down. Now if you have issues with your shoulders, try a neutral grip press. But we don't want to get it stuck. Try to get that shoulder all the way up. If you're not able to get it all the way up, you need to look at doing some shoulder mobility. Now I know sometimes it might be because you had surgery and it physically won't go that way. You just do the best you can. Reach and in. Check your core. I notice it on me too. I start to puff up my chest. No puffing. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. So it's only 15 seconds. If you need to take a little bit longer for your rest period, go for it. You know your body better than I do. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So soft knees, little bit of a tail feather tuck. It's going to help you keep your position if you have your soft knees. And then remember, feet are planted, ribs are a little bit tucked, belly's in. Like I said, I went a little heavy, but that's okay. I'm going to give my shoulders a little bit of a break here. I've got about 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds. We got this. Remember, rest. Finish up with us if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to take it down. So rotating side plank. So side plank, center, side plank, center. Yes, you can be on your knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. So side plank. Hands down all the way to the center, and then we go all the way into a side plank, which means you're on the side of your knees. We know sometimes we get stuck, and we're here. All the way open. All the way open. Option, farmer's carry. Option, on your toes. All the way. Good, we're almost done. We're at this. Good job, bring it in. Knees down, roll the shoulders. All right, we're gonna stay down on the floor and we're going for our chest presses. I'm going for chest presses. So 2 sets of chest press, and then we are going to do planks where we're gonna go down, down, up, up, down and up. And remember, you can always just do a plank. You can always just do a plank. You don't have to add in the variation. You're still gonna end up getting like 6 or 8 minutes of planks, so we're good. All right, chest press in 3, 2, and 1, so 45 seconds. Now I'm gonna do both at the same time. You are welcome to alternate, where you do right side and then left side. You also have the option to hold your weights up and then lower and lift. So this is a way where you're getting some isometric strength and working on some good shoulder stability while you do your chest press. This is a good one if you've got lighter weights, but you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So down and up, and down and up. Good reach. Always have that angled arm position. So we're forming the letter A. Good, bring it in. Let it rest. So enjoy this 15 seconds. Knees bent, feet flat. Pull that low back in towards the floor. Here we go. Take it down and press it up. Whenever we do chest presses, especially if you have shoulder issues, we don't want to have our arms go straight out to the side with our dumbbells pointing parallel. We always want to have that little bit of a lowered elbow, so it's kind of at an angle. So about 45 degrees, or I like to think the pinkies of my hands are aiming towards the corners of my room. So inhale, exhale, deep breaths. Good push, almost finished. All right, carefully bring those weights up. We're going to do plank up down. So a lot of people call this a plank to a push up. So we're gonna do a high plank on our hands and then go down to a low plank on our forearms right here. So we're just gonna take it down and then we're going to bring it back up. Remember to switch, which hand leads. Now, if you're doing an incline and this doesn't work, you're just gonna drop the elbow down and then come back up again. So drop and up. So you're getting kind of a half push up. We have 10 seconds right here. Shoulders away from the ears. That's where we start getting tired and the shoulders start creeping up. 2 and 1. Short rest. When you're ready, we're gonna come back up to standing and we're going to do a hinge. So a forward hinge, and then we're gonna do a tricep kickback. A tricep kickback. So the forward hinge, a little bit of isometric leg work, one arm or two, but we're gonna go down into a lunge with this foot really far back. We don't wanna shift our weight, it's all in this front leg. We're gonna hold it with nice good triceps. Now we're gonna switch legs, and then we're going to do tricep push-ups. Tricep push-ups. So grab weights for your triceps in 3, 2, and 1. So we bring it in. So we really want to sink into that front leg, kick it back, and bring it in. So you should feel a little bit of a glute burn in that front leg. You can even bring this back leg in, kind of a kickstand deadlift position. Might make it a little bit easier for you, but still get that good glute burn. But taking that leg a little farther back, that front leg is having to work just a little bit harder. Good, shoulders down, kick and bring it in. I always come too far forwards. If you want to make it harder, don't bring it all the way to the shoulders. Stop when your arm is about down towards the floor. 2 and 1. Shake it out. Got one more set. 10 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So sink into that leg, lift it up, out and in. Remember, kickstand is fine. Getting a little isometric strength. And I'm feeling this, so I'm gonna switch, alternate, right then left. We're a third of the way done. And remember, if your technique starts getting really bad or you start shrugging your shoulders, rest. It's okay. Good. The deeper in that you sink, the harder this is going to be. Just don't push the knee out. Push those hips back. 10 seconds to go right here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. 30 seconds. We're going to do tricep press-ups or tricep push-ups. You can just do a forearm plank if you prefer. That's an option as well. 2 and 1. So shoulders down. Tricep push-ups means that your hands are underneath your shoulders, underneath your chest, and your elbows are pointing back towards your hips, and your upper arm is going to be rubbing against your torso. If you need to, take it all the way down, and then just push yourself back up. So take it all the way down, and then just come back up. You don't have to do it the traditional way. It's a way to get a little practice in. Last one. Good job. Bring it in. Shake it out. Roll the shoulders. We have 2 more sets. 2 more sets. We're going to come back up to standing. We have flip grip curls, which is the bicep curl where we change hand position. And then we're going to do planks with a saw, which means we're going to kind of go back and forth just like a saw. So grab a quick drink if you need it. Flip grip curl. We're going to start palm facing in, bring it up like a hammer curl, and then turn the palms facing you. Traditional curl. The second set, we're going to switch directions. 45 seconds in. 3, 2, and 1. So hammer curl up, traditional curl on the way down. So hammer up, traditional down. I'm going a little bit lighter than I would like because I was learning to do a J-stroke canoeing, and I was doing it so wrong. And I really kind of messed up my wrist. And it was doing good for a while. And then I had to do some cleaning for work. And now my wrist is mad at me again. So I'm going with lighter weights for a weight that does not irritate that wrist. So sometimes you have to modify your workouts, and there's nothing wrong with that. Good, short rest. You can set the weights down, give your fingers a break. Now we're going to do palm up and then rotate hammer to go down. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so palm up, rotate hammer, and take it down. Palm in, and then down. So it's just kind of interesting. Hammer curls are just fine for me. It's the palm up curls that I tend to start to have issues with, even if I'm trying to keep my wrist neutral. So palms up, rotate palms in. Good, 15 seconds right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, down on the floor, plank saws. This is one on your forearms if you can. If you are staying upright and doing an incline, try to be on your forearms, but like if you're using a countertop, that doesn't work very well. So just do a plank and just focus on calf raises right here. But I have my hand position in, digging into the ground, so I'm kind of using my biceps to help pull me forwards. This one's kind of tricky to do, but yeah, you can do this. On the ground, you're just gonna do a little bit more of a buns up and then a buns down. So it's an option for you. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We have one more set. We're going to do a pullover with a crunch, kind of a knee in. So pull over with a knee in, right side, left side. And then we're gonna do 30 seconds of dead bugs. So that's our plank variation, is to do dead bugs. So one dumbbell, hold it on the ends, or 2 dumbbells, press them together. Keep soft, bend in your elbow. This is a lat exercise. So we're gonna take it all the way down onto our backs. We're gonna add in a little bit of core here, in addition to the planks. But go ahead and bring it in. Let's take it onto our backs in 3, 2, 1. So knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Press those dumbbells together. Lower the weights over your head towards the floor, and then we're going to lift and think about taking the dumbbells towards our ankle. So take it down and bring it up. Now you can do this without the crunch. You do the pull over and you just pull the knee in. But as the dumbbell and the foot go towards the floor, your low back stays close. We don't let the ribs flare. That's kind of the thinking part of this particular exercise. Is we're thinking that we're not letting the ribs flare. We're keeping the low back close to the floor. So pull over, good, bring it in. Give yourself a little bit of a break, 15 seconds rest. Now we're gonna switch, going same thing on the other side. Other knee pulls in. 3, 2, and 1. So pull over, and then dumbbell towards the ankle or towards the shin. Nice, good pull, and lift. The crunch is optional. So as you can see, a lot of today's workout is core stability more than doing crunches. So you can absolutely just do pullovers and not even worry about the crunch. Got about 15 seconds to go. Two and 1. Carefully set those weights off to the side, and we're just going to do a dead bug. Low back pressed into the floor, arms up, palms facing in. 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees, and you can do 90 at the ankles. Option 1, you hold it. Option 2, you start adding opposite arm and leg movement. And I didn't think I was getting a whole lot in those planks, but now all of a sudden, my abs are absolutely burning. This is one of those ones where it kind of builds a little bit. Focus on that stability, focus on that neutral spine. You're just doing a plank, last one, except you're on your back. All right, deep breaths. Roll yourself over to the side. When you're ready, you're gonna come to a seated position. So you can take a minute in Shavasana if you would like. Some deep breaths. deep breaths if you need to. You can clear out your area. Mine dumbbells are actually out of the way for a change. So we're gonna roll over onto our tummies. If you wanna stay up, you're gonna do this against a wall, or this is a really good doorway stretch. So we're gonna do our scorpion, and all we're working on is stretching our chest and the fronts of our shoulders, because we did a lot of planks today, which it's a total body workout, but you get a lot of shoulders and chest when you do planks. So let's take our right hand and we're gonna place it by our chest. Our left arm is gonna be out to the side in goalpost. So it's gonna be in goalpost. Right knee, we're gonna bend, so our foot is pointing kind of towards the floor. And we're gonna keep that left shoulder on the floor, that left arm all the way to your shoulder, and we're gonna roll into that left arm, trying to keep the shoulder and the arm on the floor. And we use that right hand to just kind of help push our torso over. And that right leg, hopefully, eventually, someday, we'll be able to get at least some of that touching the floor. But the whole goal is just to stretch out the chest. And if you feel a really, really good stretch here, you don't have to go any farther. That's the nice thing, is you can modify this to suit how you feel today. Good, bring it back in the center. Same exercise, same arm. Now we're gonna take that arm out straight, palm facing down. And again, we're gonna roll into that shoulder. And I'm actually able to rest my ear and my head on the floor, so I'm going to. Nice, good stretch. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it into the center. We're gonna switch. Same thing on the other side. So now, left hand is kind of by your chest, right arm is out into that goalpost, left leg is bent, and we roll into that left arm. And I can definitely tell that this is the arm that I've been having issues with. It is much, much, much tighter for me to try to do this stretch. So I might need to back off a little. The goal for stretching is to feel a gentle tug. You should not feel pain when you do this. And I know my issue is I've got some shoulder blade, rotator cuff instability. So I am back to doing my therapy exercises on this side. Good, release, bring it back into the center. Same thing, now we're just gonna take that arm out to the side. We're gonna roll into it, and again, trying to keep that shoulder on the floor best you can. So again, deep breaths, inhale, exhale when you stretch, and every exhale you try to relax a little bit. And see if you can go a little bit deeper into that stretch. And release, bring it into the center. Take your hands by your chest, shoulders down. Big breath in. As you exhale, push yourself up and back into that child's pose position. Stretching out the lats, reaching forwards as your hips are pulling back. So somebody's pulling your hips back to your heels, but somebody else is trying to pull you forwards. If you're staying upright today, you can do this as a down dog variation with your arms on a table or a counter, dropping your ears between your elbows. Good, let's tuck our chin, round our spine, roll through like a wave coming to shore. Now we're going to point our toes and drop our hips, variation of up dog or cobra. If this is not for you today, then you're just going to take your hands down or even rest your chin on your hands. If you're staying upright today, you're going to place your palms on the top shelf of your glutes and you're going to push your buns down. So as you do that, your hips will naturally go forwards. It's a good way to get a good stretch. Again, we're trying to stretch our hips more than we are our low back. Tuck the toes under. We're going to lift it up and back into a down dog. And we're going to do walk the dog, heels down, alternating. Again, if you're staying upright, you are welcome to do this on a countertop, holding that down dog, and then doing a heel drop. Good. Let's go ahead and carefully bring those knees down to the floor. We're going to walk it back. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. So nice, good shoulder roll. All right, let's carefully take one leg out in front. We're going to come up to a standing position. And we're just going to take a couple deep breaths in. Exhale. We're going to do a little fold. We're not going to go very far. Reach it back. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Roll the shoulders back and around. Good. Right here. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge, reaching back. Chest stays lifted. Bring it back up. And then circle the arms around. Good. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, reach. Bring it up. Arms up, and then rotate and bring it down. Shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to the right, look to the left. Bring it in the center, big breath in and out. Good, one more time, big breath and out. And you are all done. So I want you to give yourself a nice good pat on the back, and I want you to let me know, please, if you enjoyed that workout. So if you enjoy workouts like that, let me know, and I'll start to incorporate a few more of them. And we can do things where it doesn't have to be, a plank. It can be something else, where after each set, we do a variation of a particular exercise. So we could even do a workout where we just do squats for 30 seconds after each series, after each circuit. So a lot of different variations. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the workout. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again in class. So